And as the city of Grand Junction moves towards phase 2 of its Riverside Parkway area trail improvements, local contractors are casting a critical eye towards the work currently underway. Our Rin Lewis reports on the latest concerns.
The section of the riverfront trail that we're replacing is in between 30 and 35 years old, and the city is in the process of changing out about a mile of it.
The City of Grand Junction's second and last phase of maintenance along the riverfront trail started Monday. The section closed for maintenance runs from Junior Service League Park to the Redlands Bridge. Trent Prawl, Public Works Director for the City of Grand Junction, tells me the trail was long overdue for a revamp.
The existing surface was asphalt, and over the last 30 to 35 years, it had developed large cracks in it, which made it rather uncomfortable for most wheeled modes of transportation.
Prawl says the trail under maintenance will have detours in place.
We're asking for folks to go out and around Junior Service League Park and get onto Redlands Parkway itself.
Another option, Prawl says, is to move onto Monument View Trail, which runs to and from Fruita. The city expects to wrap up maintenance and get locals back on the trail by the end of November, weather permitting. But local contractors are raising more serious concerns about the city's trail work. Contractors first showed KREX cracked concrete, uneven edging, and rough cuts to concrete on recent city-built trails. Contractors contacted us again this week, alleging the city had to rip out a recently poured concrete trail after blankets used to protect the concrete from bad weather blew off during a rainstorm.
In covering concrete with the blankets, it is a skill. It's not just something you can go out and throw a blanket over like you would your bed. It is something that requires some technique, and if it's not done correctly, those blankets will fly off, and they won't do their job that way.
City officials confirmed to me these city workers are replacing the concrete following what they call premature shrinkage of the concrete after it was laid.
They poured that concrete, they didn't cover it correctly, and now they've had to rip up over half of it and redo it.
Corey Elam, co-owner of Asphalt Specialists and Supply, tells me her longtime colleagues in the concrete industry looked at the trail work and told her the trail wasn't properly protected.
The reason for having to remove the concrete, they feel, is twofold. One is definitely the fact of the weather conditions and not being covered correctly. The other is that the base work underneath the concrete wasn't done correctly, which caused the finished product to crack and have to remove that product and start all over again.
Motion passes 6-1.
City Council members reviewed and adopted an amendment to the Public Ordinance on Self-Performance, or the city executing its own public works projects, during Tuesday's City Council meeting. City officials initially proposed allowing the city to perform all work under $750,000 rather than bid it out. The adopted amendment removes that dollar amount, leaving every project up to council review. Elam believes the reason there's no self-performance policy in neighboring cities or states is it gives the city too much power to do whatever they want without citizen approval.
It's an open-ended book, and where does it stop?
And with nothing but a council vote keeping them from performing public works projects themselves, Elam says the only one on the hook for future mistakes will be city taxpayers.
If we go back and fix this trail 5 times, we pay for it as taxpayers 5 times. And this is just one project.
Reporting on the Western Slope, I'm Rin Lewis.